Okay, hi everyone. It's now 12:01, so we're going to start the session. Uh, Thank you all for joining us for this information session for the 2023 Mayor's Innovation Challenge. My name is Courtney and I work for the City of Kingston in the Communications and Public Engagement Division. As a reminder, this session is being live streamed to our YouTube channel and recorded there. So if you have to leave early, want to revisit part of the presentation, or share the link with a friend, you can rewatch the entire session on our channel. Our handle is @thecityofkingston. If you are experiencing any technology issues, drop your question into the chat tool. You can also call into the meeting at 613-453-5818. The webinar ID is 831-9510-5361, and the passcode is 169100. If all else fails, email us at communications@cityofkingston.ca, and we will get back to you promptly. Today's session will begin with a few words from Mayor Bryan Paterson. Next, we'll be joined by Craig Desjardins, the Director of the Office of Strategy, Innovation, and Partnerships, to talk about developing your innovative idea. After that, Amber Bryant-Peller, Special Assistant to the Mayor, will give an overview of the challenge and the public sector stream. Following that, Virginia Sitzma, Program and Community Manager for Dun & Deschband Queens Innovation Center, will give an overview of the Innovation Center and the Smart Cities Challenge. We will finish the session with a question and answer period, so please add your questions to the Q&A box and we will direct questions to the panelists at the end of the session. You can also use the raise hand tool and we will invite you to ask your question at that time. So next, I'll hand things over to Mayor Paterson to kick off our session.
Well, thank you very much, Courtney, and good afternoon, everybody. It's a delight for me to welcome all of you to the 2023 Mayor's Innovation Challenge. It's going to be a great session, lots of great information for you today. The whole premise of this challenge is that as a city, we are always looking for great new creative ideas to help improve our community, to improve the quality of life of our residents. And, you know, certainly emerging from the pandemic, there's a lot of challenges that cities like ours are facing. Financial challenges, how to deliver services as efficiently as possible. Some of the social and the cultural challenges that we're facing as a community, and how do we work together to, again, create new opportunities and meet needs in our city. And the great thing is that we know you guys have creativity and talent and ideas that we're looking for. You might look at a problem that we're facing here in Kingston. You may see it in a totally different lens from what myself or other city staff might look at. So we really want to tap into the ideas and the creativity that we know that you have. And the great thing is that this challenge creates a platform for you to showcase what it is that you could do to help us be able to address a local challenge. And if you can come up with an idea that is going to be an effective way to meet needs or to meet challenges here in Kingston, chances are that same idea will work in other communities across the province or across the country or around the world. So really this platform has the opportunity to create incredible opportunities for world-class, world-changing ideas. So you're going to have lots of great information today. You're in great hands with a great team of people. Craig and Amber and Vivian are going to take great care of you today. So ask questions, get all the information you can. And I want to say thank you again for your interest, and I look forward to seeing some of you at the Mayor's Innovation Challenge pitch competition coming this March. Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you, Mayor Paterson. Next, I'll invite Craig to unmute and tell us a bit about developing your innovative idea.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. This project and this time of year for me is one of my favorite times of the year. We're involved in so many amazing things in the city, but there's nothing like a pitch competition and nothing like innovative project and great ideas to sort of spark excitement. You know, the city of Kingston is incredibly focused on promoting innovation, both in our internal operations, but among our community partners. And this has really helped us to foster and grow this environment where creative ideas, new technologies can be tested and refined, and as the mayor has just said, to be shared with the rest of the world. You know, we're blessed in Kingston to have Queen's University, St. Lawrence College, Royal Military College, you know, great research facilities. But as equally important is the student body. You know, the ideas and the innovation. You're the innovators of tomorrow. It's amazing to see how you're embracing social change and social impact as a focus of your research, of your schooling, and as your career vocations. Not only do we want your innovations, but I'm also have an eye for the future labor force for the city of Kingston. You know, one of the things that people often don't consider is, municipalities are an incredible number of businesses. I often joke that we're in literally every business other than mining, and I'm afraid to say that because someone's going to suggest we get in the mining business. But we're in transportation, we're in construction, we're in healthcare, we're in security, infrastructure of just about every size and description. So the topics, the work that we do is amazing. Now, again, as the mayor had said, coming out of the pandemic, emerging into growth, Kingston has seen some incredible growth over the last year and a half as we've emerged from the pandemic. But this time of incredible disruption that we've seen over the last few years, it also comes with the opportunity for doing things differently, but also the identification of need. The city of Kingston recently went through an election. We have 8 new councillors, which is really quite exciting, and we're just about to set sort of our strategic priorities, which in the past has helped inform sort of some key sort of topics or themes for some of the ideas we're looking for. But in the meantime, what we'd love to see is a wide variety. In the past, certainly we've had projects that relate to GHG reduction in the environment, accessibility, smart cities is always a very popular theme, but housing and food security are themes that have started to come up. And certainly what we'd love to see are projects that are meaningful to you. Projects where you've maybe experienced a problem or an issue, or are seeing something with your fellow students or others in the community, and you want to solve that problem. And really, that's what it comes down to. It's about innovative ways to solving problems to make our community smart, livable, and leading. One of the most, I guess, important piece of advice I can offer you is about scoping your project. There's certainly some big challenges in our community. We have an entire workforce at the city that actually is involved in helping to solve some of these. They're big problems. So as you think about sort of your ideas, one of the best piece of advice I can give you is you want to scope it. Sometimes keeping things simple can produce some of the best results. So focusing in on a specific problem and developing a solution for that. And again, one of the great things is we do have sort of interactive action points before the submissions. Again, myself and others, Amber, we're here and available to sort of give some advice if you want to pitch something, an idea to us to get some sort of high level inspiration or direction. Happy to do that. The idea is you've got the summer. The prize, which I think is an amazing prize. I was just talking to last year's winner. He's doing incredibly well. He developed a tool that is actually developing a cloud-based resume writing tool that allows you to pull content in easy and quickly and create multiple resumes very rapidly. Just won a big business competition up at York University, and the prize was actually doing some MBA courses. So again, we've seen some incredible success now. I think we're in the 6th year. But it's amazing how that idea of a minimum viable product, a simple solution to a product or service, is sort of the core start of this. So again, I'm very excited to see what happens. I love pitches, so can't wait to see your pitch later in this spring. So I'll pass things over to Amber to just sort of describe some of the mechanisms.
Hi, everybody. My name is Amber. I work for the City of Kingston and in the mayor's office. I want to encourage you at the end, we'll have a Q&A session. So I know that we have a viewing party coming to us from SLC. So feel free to gather those questions, and all the individual participants. We're happy to address those at the end of the session. So yeah, my name is Amber. I've had the privilege of working on this project now in its 6th year. So from the very beginning, I'm going to introduce you to the public sector stream which is one of 2 streams that we have running. So when we started this challenge 6 years ago, we really wanted to provide an experiential learning opportunity for students. We also knew that we wanted to identify talent at our post-secondary institutions. And between both, we knew it was a great way to continue to promote innovation in the municipality. We really strive to be a city that pushes boundaries and takes risks and adopts new ideas, which isn't something you always hear coming from a government body, but that is our goal from the mayor all the way to senior leadership. And so we know that students have incredible ideas and are really forward thinking, learning new things, really in touch with how the world is changing. And so we really want you to bring your ideas with you. We've had so much success over the years. Craig just talked about one of the students winning a big competition. We've had students go on to work for the city, go on to work for really prestigious organizations. And we really see the good that comes out of this challenge every year. So we're really excited to have you with us. Just to talk a little bit about the stream in particular, we used to be really prescriptive with our challenges. So whether it was, winter cycling or, something very carved out, but throughout COVID, we decided to change gears and really open up the challenge to make it as broad as possible and reduce barriers to participation. And we've seen a lot of success in this format. I think it just encourages whatever area that you're focusing on or your interests, there are ways that you can apply it. So really the public sector stream is just asking you to propose an idea to make the city a better place to live, work, and play. So what can we do to make the city better, make things easier for residents? And at the end of the day, the city is really responsible for a wide range of programming and service delivery, from operating recreation facilities to road and sidewalk maintenance to carrying out infrastructure projects, waste collection, environmental sustainability initiatives. Craig said it best when he said, we're in the business of really everything except for mining. So it really means that whatever you're studying, whatever your interests are, there's likely some way you can apply that knowledge or interest to an idea that would help the municipality. So if you don't have an idea as of yet, or you're still stewing on a couple and you don't know where to start, I'd encourage you to look at the past council's strategic priorities. And I say that with a caveat. We do have a new council, and they will be charting a new set of priorities in the coming months. But we do know that a lot of the priorities that were crafted by last council will see overlap, and we'll see similar themes. We know that housing was one of the themes from last year or last council, and we know that's going to be coming up again. Actually, the last council was their priorities were to demonstrate leadership on climate action, increase housing affordability, improve walkability roads and transportation, strengthen economic development opportunities, and to foster healthy citizens and vibrant spaces. And so, like I said, there'll be overlap, but it's not just that there'll be similar themes. It really helps you think about all the ways that we all the things that we cover as a municipality, because sometimes it's easy to really think about just roads and maintenance and waste collection, but we touch on just so many different areas, different projects. And I think that the priorities, even though they will change, really gives you an understanding of the broad scope of what we do as a municipality and how we serve residents. So at the end of the day, we're asking you to submit a 2 to 3 minute video outlining your idea. So you can record yourself speaking, you can run us through a slide deck. At the end of the day, you all know best, the different creative ways that you can present your idea. So just a 2 to 3 minute video. You can upload it to Dropbox, or give us a YouTube link or another cloud sharing program. We ask you to send that to mic@cityofkingston.ca, which is the email account. We also ask that you consider a couple criteria. So this criteria isn't rigid, but it's just meant to help you think through some important features. So that's feasibility, clarity of vision, degree of impact, risk assessment, and budget considerations. And so we ask that you think through those things. You might have the best idea in the world, but it would be 500 million to implement, and it's just not, feasible. And at the end of the day, we want you to think big. We want you to be creative, but we also have to think about, we also want ideas that we could actually implement as a city. And so we just ask that you kind of use that criteria to help guide you as you're crafting a proposal. Your team can be, you can be in an submit as an individual, or you can be in a group of up to 3 people. But 50% of your team needs to be enrolled in a Kingston post-secondary institution, or within 6 months of graduating. We've seen in the past that, there's a lot of success with teams that have different disciplines represented. And we just say that every academic discipline, there's some area of study in what you do that, you have expertise in that will help you craft an idea. Every background is really welcome. And, you using the knowledge that you have and that you've been learning, will really help you in crafting idea. So our deadline for proposals, so the 2 to 3 minute video, is on February 26th. So that's a month from today exactly. We'll have a really short turnaround time. We will let people that have been shortlisted know by the February 28th. And then the pitch competition is Friday, March the 10th, 2022. And all of this is on the website. I'm just running through it, but you can find all the deadlines online. We are super excited. For the last couple of years, we've had to do a virtual pitch competition, which has been great, but we're really excited to return to an in-person format. So this year, those who are shortlisted will actually be able to pitch at City Hall in council chambers. We also live stream the event. And the panelists we have that will be watching your proposals will be experts in the municipality, and some community leaders with expertise in innovation and entrepreneurship. So that day, the pitch competition day, we'll play the proposals that you submitted. We'll give your team an opportunity to elaborate, and then we'll open it up to a question and answer team to the judges. And if you're shortlisted, we will give you all these directions, everything that you need to know, in our response, letting you know that you've made it to the next round. Will be the prize for the public sector stream is paid internships with the city, thanks to funding that's been provided by Bell Canada, who is a great partner of ours since basically the beginning. We did find last year that we can offer, or we can try to offer, depending on your idea and what it looks like, a work from home format. If that suits you better, I know a lot of students leave to go back home for the summer, so it's something we can explore if you win the paid internships with the city. We do ask you, there is 2 streams. There's the public sector stream, which I'm talking about. There's the Smart Kingston stream, which Virginia will be introducing after me. So there's 2 distinct streams. We do ask you to outline which is your preference. There's 2 different prizes as well, but we do consider all the teams for both. But we will approach you if you indicate the public sector stream is your preferred stream. We'll approach you if you're shortlisted and and see if you're comfortable with switching to this other stream if we think it's more appropriate. So yeah, I've been talking for a while now. That was an outline of the public sector stream. The next challenge is really geared towards those of you who are entrepreneurial or really have an idea that you want to scale into a business venture. We've seen really incredible success over the years with teams that have gone on to scale up their business, scale up their idea. The Desjardins Queens Innovation Center has been an amazing partner from day one. And with that, I will pass it over to Virginia, who will explain a little further that possibility. So thank you.
Hi, everybody. Sorry. Hi, everybody. My name is Virginia. I am a program coordinator with the Desjardins Queens Innovation Center. So I'm here to talk to you today about our Smart City Stream and the prize that's involved with that. So just next slide, please. So just a little bit of background on what we do. As Amber had said, the focus on our stream is for if you have a more entrepreneurial venture, we can help you move that forward. So we are, as I said, the Desjardins Queens Innovation Center, and we believe that everyone has the potential for creative problem solving. Our mission is to catalyze this potential, developing entrepreneurial mindsets and foster a culture of innovation across Queens, Kingston, and globally. And we do this through startup incubators, workshops, programs, courses, and pitch competitions like the one that we're learning about today. Next slide. So one of the biggest components about this stream is that you get the Smart City Stream Prize. And so this year for this prize, we have something a little bit different from previous years. So we are going to, you have automatic admission into our Cure Your Venture program, and as well as $5,000 in seed funding that you can put back into your venture. So normally with Cure Your Venture, you would get $750. You're getting a significant increase in that seed funding option with this stream. So the Cure Your Venture program is a part-time virtual program in which you can work on your project, and you'll receive guidance from the DDQIC team, and as well as learning materials that have been created with over 10 years of entrepreneurial experience in our center. So in addition to that, you will get matched with mentors from our global alumni network, which has over 150 entrepreneurs and industry experts from around the world to help you succeed. In this network, we have 8 major nodes from across the world, including Toronto, New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Beijing, Shanghai, and London. You'll also get a chance to meet people in the entrepreneurial and innovation sphere, and you'll have access to our space as well, which I'll talk about a little bit more shortly. Next slide, please. So how the Cure Your Venture program works, it has 3 phases. So the first phase is the explore phase. And so with this phase, you will unlock $1,000 of your seed funding money. And this will help you advance your venture. You'll work through the learning materials that we provide to you. So we have our online, anybody who's here from Queens will know about OnQ. We have an OnQ page that we use for Cure Your Venture. We also give you access to the Discipline Entrepreneurship Toolbox, which gives you actionable items that you can do to help work through issues that you may be having with your venture to help you move forward. And so we have some different milestones that we encourage people to meet. And through these milestones, they'll help you move your venture forward. And if you've met these milestones, you can pitch to move on to the Ignite phase. And once you've moved into the Ignite phase, you unlock an additional $2,000 in seed funding to go back into your venture. You'll also unlock more learning options for you. And you also have access to the mentorship opportunities there. And then once you've met the milestones for the Ignite phase, you would pitch for the launch phase, in which case you get the additional $2,000 of seed funding. This comes in addition to, again, you maintain contact with our center. You get to become part of our community. So as part of your commitment to this program, you would participate in weekly 3-2-1 pitches. So these are 3 pitches, 2 slides, 1 minute for questions. And it provides you an opportunity to receive guidance from the DDQIC team. As well, it helps you stay on track and move through the different phases. So typically we would say you would start in phase 1 and do that over the course of 2 months. Phase 2, you do over 2 months, and phase 3, you do over 4 months. However, it is a flexible program and it's meant to be done part-time. So those are sort of flexible guidelines. Next slide, please. So as I said, some of the program benefits that you get with Q Your Venture are flexibility. So again, it's self-paced part-time program. So you don't have to dedicate your full time to it. There's also accountability. So these 3-2-1 pitches that I discussed are helpful in providing this accountability and keeping you on task and helping you work through. So when you get stuck, you always have someone to turn to. And then you also have access to our innovation network and resources. So again, you become an active member of the DDQIC community, which is really beneficial. As I said, we have our network, our innovation network that are mentors that you can become involved with, but also just generally, we have all kinds of different ventures that are coming in and out of the center all the time. We have people that we can connect you with at Queen's and throughout the community and globally. So there's always lots of support there for you. Additionally, we also have some other resources that we can provide access to. So our Spark Studios Makerspace, which I'll talk about in a second, Google Cloud, Owner, Pocketed, and the DE Toolbox, as well as some different other things that we can provide. Next slide, please. So here's some examples of the different alumni ventures that have come through our incubator. So these are some really cool sector agnostic ventures. So we're open to every kind of, we always say we're open to everything as long as it's legal. So if you have a legal venture, we're happy to help you. So these are some of the ones that we've helped reach success. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yeah, sorry. So some other DDQIC programs that we have that you would learn about while being part of our center is Quixie. So this is a full-time intensive summer internship where you receive $10,000 stipend and $4,000 in seed funding. So we recruit for that in the wintertime. We've just completed our recruitment for this for the 2023 year. But as part of our center, you would get updates about that when that's happening. You'd be really right on the cutting edge of information about that. We also have another similar program that's focused on health innovation. So this is a part-time accelerator for teams who are responding to unmet needs in the health sector. And we also offer an annual pitch competition in the summer where we welcome pitches from our own programs as well as community and elsewhere. And with this pitch competition, there's an opportunity to pitch for a pot of $100,000 with a grand prize of $30,000. So pretty cool opportunities there. We also have programs for self-identified women who are entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs. And we've also launched a pilot program for a high school program where high school students are able to learn about entrepreneurship using our learning materials. Next slide, please. So I have mentioned our space a little bit. So to speak about that a little bit more, we are located in the Rose Innovation Hub, which is in Mitchell Hall on the Queen's University campus. In this space, we have a co-working space, we have meeting rooms, and we have our large event commons, which we use for large events. Every month we host an an Ignition Cafe, which is a networking event. So definitely check us out on social media and you can learn more about that and when the next one is. And we always welcome people to that. Everyone's welcome. So that's hosted in our event commons. We also have our Spark Studios makerspace. So this is really cool. It's a makerspace and studio where you can have access to a wide variety of tools, different machinery, 3D printers, as well as knowledge and expertise on all of these tools and information about prototyping your project. So if you have a physical item that you would like to produce, there is the option to do that through the makerspace. Next slide, please. So here's some images of the different tools that we have available. You can see some 3D printers here. And if you'd like to know more about that, you can send an email to sparkstudios@queensu.ca. That's SPARQ.studios@queensu.ca, and you can learn more about what's available there. So next slide. I believe we're doing questions at the end, so we can save that for at the end. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Virginia. Thank you to all of our panelists for providing a bit of background on the challenge and the two different streams. So to our participants, we now invite you to drop your questions into the Q&A box, and we will share these with the panelists. You may also use the raise hand tool, and we will invite you to ask your question.
Just while we're waiting to see what kind of questions are, I'm wondering, Virginia, can you confirm that because I know it's a Queen's program, can you confirm that it's open to SLC students as well?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. So the great thing about this prize is that, yeah, it's open to everybody. Doesn't matter if you're Queens or not. You could be like graduated, you could be, it doesn't, we're open to everybody. So thanks. That's a good point. We're also pan university and sector agnostic, as I said. So again, doesn't matter what your venture is as long as it's legal. And it doesn't matter whether you have a background in engineering or history or theater, we welcome you. So thanks.
Maybe while we're waiting for questions, I'll just add about the internship, the prize for the public sector stream. You know, the success that we've seen from past winners is just amazing. One actually just recently ran for mayor. I think he was actually part of the team for the first team of Mayor's Innovation Challenge. He unfortunately wasn't successful, but again, he did a very good job, very respectful and full of innovative ideas. I know I just actually did a reference for the winners 2 years ago. One is actually working down in San Francisco with a tech company, and another one is just actually signed on for quite a big job in cybersecurity up in Ottawa. So again, you know, the benefits beyond sort of creating something that could actually impact the community is, I think you have to think of this in bigger terms and the sort of the ancillary benefits. Again, being able to connect and work within the city. In the past, they've always worked with my team. We've got people who do grant development, which can be very, very, very powerful and important for startups. You've got people who we have a marketing department that is part of my group. So again, we've got all kinds of these people that you'll be working with on a daily basis in our space to mentor you and provide insights. So again, lots of value.
So Courtney, I'm not seeing any questions. I'm going to take that as us being incredibly comprehensive.
Yes, I think I'll tend to agree.
So I just will maybe close up here. Just say thank you so much to everybody who joined us today. The people who did attend have been automatically entered into a draw for gift cards, and we'll let you know next week if you've won. We do have another workshop this coming Monday or next Monday, January the 30th, from 4:30 to 5:30. So if you know anybody else who would be interested, I'd encourage you to let them know. If there's somebody who's interested but couldn't attend today or on Monday, they can definitely reach out and schedule a one-on-one meeting by just sending me a note to that mic@cityofkingston.ca email that's up on your screen. And if you want to just kind of bounce some ideas off of us, as Craig said before, we're happy to reach or to listen and provide our feedback. And with that, I hope you'll consider submitting a proposal. If you have questions, just reach out between now and then. And all of the information, including the deadlines that we've outlined today, all the parameters that we've talked about is on our website, the cityofkingston.ca/MIC website. That's also up on your screen. With that, thank you to the panelists for joining as well, and everybody who came out today. We're really looking forward to this year's challenge.
That's great. Thanks, everybody. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you're looking for data, Open Data Kingston has